Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Some of these stories are stories that were told to us from the Quran, and some of these stories are stories that were passed on to us from our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And some of these stories are real life stories, stories that happen to actual people and who have themselves passed it on, or possibly a story that someone else had heard or experienced and had witnessed and wanted to pass on. We're going to start with a story of the Quran, a story that's found in the Quran, and a story that was ordered, a story that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that God ordered the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to tell man. And the story starts off in a city called Madinat al-Jabbarin, and it starts off with a man who was given knowledge. A man was given very much, much knowledge. He was a scholar, and people would go up to him and ask him questions, ask him for help, because he had so much knowledge. He knows so much right from wrong. How high he went, his rank, how high he was well known, how knowledgeable he was. It was told that he knew the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even before the Quran came down. But unfortunately, slowly, this man started to change. He started to make a U-turn to a point where he started to misuse his knowledge. He started to get weaker and weaker. Have you seen a snake? Notice how the snake changes its skin, gets rid of its old skin. And the like of this snake is the like of this man. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him knowledge, given him his ranks, his high ranks. But unfortunately he didn't benefit from this. And he started to change, just like the change of a snake that changes its skin. وَاتْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَاتْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ نَبَأَ الَّذِي آتَيْنَاهُ آيَاتِنَا حَتَّى صَارَ عَالِمًا, until he became a righteous scholar. فَانْسَلَخَ مِنْهَا, فَانْسَلَخ, the word انسلخ is just like that, what I was saying earlier about the snake and how a snake changes its skin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him knowledge, but he started to change slowly and slowly. فَانْسَلَخَ مِنْهَا فَأَتْبَعَهُ الشَّيْطَانُ. The minute he changed, the minute he said, I'm not going to go to the masjid anymore, the minute he said, I'm not going to seek knowledge for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anymore, the second he said, I don't want to pray anymore, his buddies, his shaitan, the shaitan min al-ins wa shaitanu min al-jinn, the evil of man and the evil of jinn awaits him and sits by his side, or stands by his side, or lives by his side the minute he turns away from all that. فأتبعه الشيطان فكان من الغاوين ولو شئنا لرفعناه بها ولكنه أخلد إلى الأرض واتبع هواه. And if only he was patient with the knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to him. If only he was patient from right and wrong. If only he continued and if only he was on the same path. If only he continued on the same path, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have risen his ranks and would have granted him a great reward in the hereafter, a great paradise. But unfortunately he turned away from this and shaitan followed him. So now he's getting these evil ideas in his head, and it was told to a point where he turned away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much that it was told that he was actually fighting against the prophets during that time. SubhanAllah. So you would never think a scholar like this can change, but a scholar a sheikh, an imam, anybody can change. And this is a dangerous thing because shaitan is always there. So it's always, we always should remember and be cautious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Never forget Him. And whenever we see ourselves turn weak, we go back to His books. We go back to the Quran and the Sunnah. We go back to the Hadith. We go back to more prayers. We go back to dhikr. أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبُ. Verily, with the remembrance of Allah, the hearts are assured. فأتبعه الشيطان فكان من الغاوين ولو شئنا لرفعناه بها ولكنه أخلد إلى الأرض واتبع هواه. Listen to this. Listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compares the like of this man. فمثله كمثل الكلب. Allahu Akbar. A dog? A dog? A najis, a unclean, a dirty, filthy animal. فَمَثَلَهُ كَمَثَلِ الْكَلْبِ إِنْ تَحْمِلْ عَلَيْهِ يَلْهَثْ أَوْ تَتْرُكْهُ يَلْهَثْ ذَلِكَ مَثَلُ الْقَوْمِ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا فَأَقْصُصِ الْقَصَصَ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Subhanallah. So the like of this man is the like of a dog. Why a dog? Someone might ask, why a dog? What's so special about a dog? What's so insignificant about a dog? Possibly, right? But a dog, if you notice, it's always panting. When it's hungry, it pants. When it's thirsty, it pants. When it's sleepy, it pants. When it's excited and happy, it pants, pants, pants. It always pants. And this man is the like of this dog. Whether he gained benefit from Allah, whether he gained knowledge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not, he didn't benefit from it. So he's always panting, just like this dog is always panting. No matter what, this dog's panting. And if this man gained knowledge or didn't gain knowledge, he's on the same path. He didn't gain anything from this. فَمَثَلَهُ كَمَثَلِ الْكَلْبِ إِنْ تَحْمِلْ عَلَيْهِ يَلْهَثْ أَوْ تَتْرُكْهُ يَلْهَثْ ذَلِكَ مَثَلُ الْقَوْمِ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا فَأَقْصُصِ الْقَصَصَ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to not make us the like of this man and to bring us back to His religion. And whenever we see ourselves getting weak or see ourselves getting losing our faith or not being so motivated by salah, we remember this story. Remember the story that Muhammad told us, and the story that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in His Quran. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us stronger in Iman, to bring us back to Al-Quran, to make us stronger in salah. Thank you for listening. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.